connecting ethics and legal responsibilities to buyer representation. In the last section, we explored ethical responsibilities, Arizona legal requirements, fair housing obligations, fiduciary duties, transparency standards, and professional conduct in HUD transactions. Now we move into one of the most important practical skills a HUD agent can develop: working effectively with buyers. Most HUD buyers are not simply purchasing a property. They are navigating government procedures, distressed property conditions, financing challenges, strict deadlines, as-is expectations, repair concerns, and competitive bidding systems. For many buyers, the HUD process feels intimidating. This is where the agent becomes extremely important. The best HUD agents are not just salespeople. They become educators, problem solvers, timeline managers, communicators, and trusted advisors. One of the biggest reasons HUD transactions fail is because buyers were not properly educated from the beginning. Professional buyer education creates smoother transactions, fewer surprises, and stronger long-term client relationships. Helping buyers understand what a HUD home is. One of the first responsibilities agents have is explaining exactly what a HUD home is. Many buyers incorrectly assume HUD homes are government giveaways, HUD homes are automatically cheap, HUD homes come fully repaired. HUD homes work like standard resale transactions. Agents should explain clearly. A HUD home is generally a property acquired by HUD after foreclosure on an FHA-insured mortgage and then resold to the public through HUD Home Store. This simple explanation helps buyers begin with realistic expectations. Introducing buyers to HUDHomestore.gov. Buyers should become familiar with HUDHomestore.gov early in the process. Agents can show buyers how to search listings, review property statuses, read PCR reports, understand bidding timelines, recognize owner-occupant periods. Many experienced HUD agents walk buyers through the website during the initial consultation. Educated buyers make stronger decisions and experience less confusion later. Explaining buyer eligibility. Many buyers do not understand the difference between owner-occupant periods, investor bidding periods, GNND opportunities, and government or nonprofit buyer programs. This can create frustration if buyers believe they are eligible to bid immediately when restrictions still apply. Agents should explain, owner-occupants often receive initial bidding priority. Investors may need to wait until extended periods. False owner occupancy certifications carry serious penalties. Clear education early prevents misunderstandings later. Teaching buyers how HUD bidding works. HUD bidding differs from traditional Arizona resale negotiations. HUD bidding generally involves online bid submission, sealed bid structures, strict deadlines, net-to-HUD calculations, asset manager review. Buyers often expect, we can negotiate back and forth like a normal seller. HUD transactions are usually more structured. Professional agents explain this before buyers become emotionally attached to a property. Explaining as-is sales. One of the most important buyer education conversations involves the as-is nature of HUD homes. Agents should clearly explain, HUD does not typically make repairs. HUD rarely renegotiates after inspections. Buyers assume responsibility for property condition. Independent inspections are extremely important. Some buyers hear as-is, but do not fully understand it until inspections reveal major repairs. The more clearly agents explain this up front, the smoother the transaction usually becomes. A real-world buyer misunderstanding. An Arizona buyer submitted an aggressive bid on a HUD home believing, if major problems show up, HUD will probably lower the price later. After inspections uncovered substantial roof damage, the buyer attempted to renegotiate repairs. HUD declined. The buyer became frustrated because expectations were not properly managed from the beginning. The issue was not HUD's response. The issue was inadequate buyer education. Teaching buyers about inspections. HUD buyers should strongly consider professional inspections. Agents should explain, HUD appraisals are not inspections. PCR reports are limited assessments. Independent inspections protect the buyer. Specialized inspections may be necessary. Examples may include roof inspections, mold inspections, HVAC evaluations, structural engineering reviews, and pest inspections. Professional agents encourage buyers to investigate thoroughly before final commitment. Explaining financing options. Clearly, financing discussions often confuse HUD buyers. Agents should help buyers understand FHA 203B, FHA 203K, repair escrows, conventional financing, cash purchases, financing limits based on property condition. For example, IE properties may qualify for FHA financing with escrow repairs. UI properties may require renovation financing or cash. Helping buyers understand financing compatibility early prevents disappointment later. Managing buyer expectations. Expectation management may be one of the most important skills in HUD transactions. Agents should prepare buyers for delays, repair concerns, strict timelines, competitive bidding, government procedures, financing challenges, utility limitations, vacant property conditions. Buyers who understand these realities upfront usually remain calmer during the transaction. Buyers who expect a simple resale process may become overwhelmed quickly. Pre-qualification is critical. One of the best ways agents can protect buyers is encouraging strong pre-approval before bidding. HUD timelines move quickly. Buyers who are not financially prepared may miss deadlines, lose bids, create financing delays, or risk earnest money problems. Experienced HUD agents often connect buyers with HUD experienced lenders early in the process. This creates smoother transactions later. Helping buyers understand earnest money rules. HUD earnest money policies are strict. Buyers should understand earnest money requirements, deadline expectations, potential forfeiture risks, contract cancellation consequences. Many buyers assume earnest money automatically returns if they simply change their mind. That is not always the case. Professional agents explain earnest money rules carefully before buyers submit bids. Transparency builds buyer confidence. Transparency reduces fear. When buyers understand the process, risks, timelines, repairs, financing, and expectations, they usually feel more confident. Professional agents do not hide the hard parts. They educate buyers honestly and thoroughly. This creates trust. Disclosures. Buyers should review. Carefully, agents should review all available disclosures with buyers carefully. Important documents may include property condition reports, lead-based paint disclosures, addenda, financing requirements, repair escrow information, utility notices. Buyers should never feel rushed through important disclosure documents. Education takes time. Knowing when to recommend professional help. Arizona Commissioner standards encourage agents to recommend qualified professionals when appropriate. Agents should know when to recommend inspectors, contractors, lenders, attorneys, engineers, mold specialists, or structural experts. Professional agents understand their role is guidance, not pretending expertise outside their license scope. A strong response is, let's have the appropriate professional evaluate that issue. Arizona Commissioner standards and buyer representation. Arizona agents working with HUD buyers must comply with Commissioner standards. Under AACR 4-28-1101A, agents must deal fairly with all parties. Under AACR 4-28-1101I, agents must exercise reasonable care when communicating material facts. Under AACR 4-28-1101F, agents should not act beyond their competence. Under AACR 4-28-1101K, agents are encouraged to recommend professional assistance when appropriate. Professional buyer representation requires honesty, preparation, competence, and clear communication throughout the transaction. Why buyer education matters so much. HUD transactions involve government systems, strict deadlines, distressed properties, specialized financing, unique disclosures, repair concerns, and emotional buyer decisions. The best HUD agents understand that education is one of the most valuable services they provide. When buyers understand the process, opportunities, risks, timelines, and expectations, they become more confident and successful. In many cases, buyers remember the agent who educated and protected them far longer than they remember the house itself. As we continue through the final portions of this course, we will move into advanced HUD troubleshooting, contract management, and real-world problem-solving situations agents encounter throughout HUD home sales. Online discussion. Question 1. Why is buyer education especially important in HUD transactions? Answer. HUD transactions involve government procedures, strict timelines, as-is conditions, financing limits, and repair concerns. Educated buyers are more prepared and less likely to be surprised. Question 2. Why should agents strongly encourage inspections on HUD homes? Answer: HUD homes are sold as is, and PCR reports are limited assessments. Professional inspections help buyers understand repair needs and potential expenses. Question 3. Why is transparency critical when discussing earnest money and timelines? Answer: HUD contracts involve strict deadlines and earnest money policies. Buyers who understand these requirements up front are less likely to miss deadlines or risk forfeiture.